Hi everybody, welcome to Hint of Lavender. I am so glad that you are here, and today I want to show you some hints that I use turning your everyday kitchen table into this Thanksgiving table. So the first hint in making your Thanksgiving table is to get a tablecloth and maybe a runner. So this is kind of like the foundation of the whole thing. It kind of, I want to say stabilize, but it's pretty much the foundation. So it's a good way to incorporate your color scheme and elements of your theme. As you can see, I have a nice wooden table, a farmhouse table, but I just wanted something a little more clean for this Thanksgiving table. So going with this white tablecloth, and then I'm going to add a runner. Runners are really fun because they add different layers and textures and basically just give more detail to your table. So your guests have kind of more that their eye is kind of catching and whatnot. So with this one, it's just a simple burlap tape. Got some floral stuff for you. So the third thing is to decorate the center of the table, and this is just with things to make it look pretty and festive. So what I've done is I've cut these beautiful yellow branches off of a tree in my yard, and then I'm lucky enough to have these beautiful orange little berries. So what I'm just gonna do is lay it out just over kind of where the runner is. When you're doing this, I feel like people always give me questions when it comes to this part of the table. Really, you want to go back to like traditional design elements. Think about scale and size and color and placement. I really like things to be kind of asymmetrical. I don't like things to be too perfect. I just don't like, that's just not my jam. So with these, what I'm going to do is just kind of place them in little areas where there's like some gaps. And we will come back and fill those with other things. Had a little baby one fall off. And you might kind of rearrange things as you put more on the table, and that is totally okay. Okay, so if you've been following me for a while, you know that I usually do cornucopias this time of year. I've done something different for you. So I've basically just taken a glass dome. I cut off some of these branches and placed them around the pumpkin inside. It's just kind of something that's just a little different. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna do is add some lights. So Zerkers is a party store here in Utah, and this is where I got actually this glass dome, but also these rattan lights. They have a really cool selection of LED lights, and it's nice because they just come with like a battery, so you can just kind of hide them. So what I'm going to do is just wind these up, and I'm actually going to take it and then put the berries on top so that you can't see it. But you can easily hide it with a pumpkin or something too. So I'm just going to kind of like weave these through the branches a little bit, and then I have another set for the other side, so I might just kind of weave back down. The biggest thing when doing, I think, any sort of decorating is just kind of go with what feels good to you, what you think looks good. And the more you do, the more you practice, it's like anything else, you get better at it as you go. Okay, now for the last thing for your centerpiece area. Pumpkins. Lots of pumpkins. So I've been asked how I pick things for the table. Really, again, I have to go back, do what feels right to you. But I feel like, especially with pumpkins, they kind of call to me. Buy me, buy me. So these three, the orange, white, and yellow, these are also from Zerkers. They have such a fun variety of stuff. When we're placing pumpkins, think about size. These are all the same size. We have a couple that are like medium size, and then you have small. So just make sure you scatter them like around the table so it's like proportioned really well. So I just did the big pumpkins, and now I'm going through and doing the smaller pumpkins. The thing that I love so much about Thanksgiving is it's all about like harvest, so things can kind of overlap each other. And once you feel like you have your centerpiece, I mean, this is a very large centerpiece. I feel like it's a center runner. But once you feel like that is good, it is time to set the table. Okay, so obviously I have a thing for plates, which is why I sell them. For Thanksgiving, I think, especially with paper plates, the thing that helps elevate it is to use some really beautiful chargers. So I have these gold chargers that I'll use. And then I have 2 different plates that we're going to use. And yes, you can find these at Hint of Lavender. So I have this peach with the gold, and then I have a marble with the gold. So what I like to do is not have it be too matchy-matchy. So I like to kind of go every other, and then you'll see here, like, I don't want to line up the gold again. I like things to be kind of off that way. See, I wanted the tip right here to go this way, and then on this one I wanted the top to be flat so it didn't have the point on the top. So I've laid out the dinner plates. Now I have the salad bread plate. So the thing that I learned, if you go like this, okay, so you're sitting there, the B is for your bread plate, so the bread plate goes on this side, your drink goes on this side. Oh, trick. So we're gonna place the plates over here. Again, I don't do it too matchy-matchy. And then we have cups, so they're going to go on this side. These are white marble, so they match the white marble plates, which is fun. I feel like that guy's going to need to come down. One thing to think about when you're making this table is kind of sit at each spot and make sure each spot has enough room, things are lined up, everything looks nice from every angle. So now napkins, I have this white and gold, like kind of painted striped one, and then I have this peach paint splatter. So what I'm going to do is for the setting that has the peach plate, I'm actually going to put the peach, kind of hide the peach underneath. So what you're going to want to do is just kind of, you could either do like the corner, you could put them right in the middle, you could do like a diagonal thing where it's kind of whatever feels right. I'm kind of feeling the diagonal. So I just slip that right by the cup. And now you have silverware. So I've been seeing a lot of different ways of where to put the silverware. Like on Pinterest, people are kind of making up a lot of their own, which I think is fun. Traditionally though, forks on the left and then your knife and spoons on the right, if you wanted to know. But again, do what feels right to you. The thing that's nice about the charger too is it's a perfect place for the silverware. The last thing are name cards. Typically people tend to use these for weddings, and I feel like it's the only occasion really that we use them. So why not use them for Thanksgiving too? So I just took some paint and just wrote the name on just pieces of paper. Super simple. I've done stuff where I've done pine cones before, and I let the pine cone act as like the card holder. That was pretty fun, especially if you get all the pine cones in your area. I hope that these hints help you make a beautiful tablescape for Thanksgiving this year. But most importantly, I hope that you spend Thanksgiving with the people that you love most in this world.